every once in a while, your boy C the Dev has to do a serious video because real life is awful. And there's a lot of problems that I run into, especially here in America. And it's a problem that just keeps running up and running up and running up on me. And I'm talking about white people always thinking they have the right to tell us, the minorities, me as a Hispanic man, what makes these white people always think they have the right to tell us what to do, how to act, what to say. You know, I don't know what's wrong with them, but I do have an idea of what's going on inside their head. So I want to talk to you about that in this video. So it's going to be a pretty serious video, but important for everybody to see and learn.
Are white body shields. And they're invested. Oh yeah, they're invested, all right. Not in money or stocks, but in black healing.
Protecting black spaces.
Which apparently requires the construction of a Caucasian human barrier.
And that's what we're here to do. It means valuing the space that black people are living in and celebrating that that's their right to have that, and it should be safe. It shouldn't be something that is scary or in danger.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So you guys are protecting it.
Well, we're here to stand as a physical monument, to stand on the space, like, in order to represent the idea that it should be safe.
Alright, that's what's up. So, everyone here is just for that cause?
The people on the line particularly, yeah, and you can talk to the coordinators at the front about why they've set that up and kind of what's going on and why they've asked us to stand here.
No recording, no video, no cameras in there, inside.
Even though I'm white.
They asked for that, I'm just telling you what the organizer.
So, you guys are just basically blocking it off so black people can just have their space?
Yeah. To remind other white people that this is a space for black people.
I don't know why I can't stop myself. Noblesse oblige is basically this philosophy in medieval France where through the divine nature of their own, like, because of their, like, nobility, right, and the blessings that nobility has, they have an obligation to, like, peasants and stuff to act kindly and benevolently towards those people below them because, like, they were blessed with all this stuff, and so it's their obligation to help those beneath them. And it's basically the same with narcissists, right? Where, like, you're beneath me, so it's my obligation to help you. It's my obligation to be nice to you. It's my obligation to save you. I don't think you can even separate a God complex from a savior complex. It'd be like a devil complex then.
Essentially.
Alright, that's it. Yeah, my buddy over there couldn't film today because he's white, so I'm taking position. You guys are on the front line. What do you have to say about all this stuff going on?
I mean, we're here just to show our support that, you know, black spaces should be for, you know, the black community. That's what they want and that's what they should have. And it was requested that those that want us to give our support to stand here and basically be a white shield so that, you know, others can not have their own spaces corrupted. That's what we're here for. Just trying to do what we can to help show our support and that, you know, black spaces are important and that they should be enjoyed by black people, for black people. And that's not our job to be interested in there. That's not our space. Our space is to help hold the line.
All right.
I want to go to an African orphanage so bad. So bad for what? Going to South Africa for 10 weeks on April to do volunteer/conservation work to help fix my mental health. This is weird. This is weird.
What do you think a white saviour is?
Ugh.
Look how great I am. Here I am in Africa doing a great job.
It's almost like they want to come to the rescue of the black man, but it's disingenuous because they're only doing it because of they want the recognition.
And it's like, no one asked you to do that. You could go anywhere else and do it, so.
In a movie where, like, you know, the cast is black, right? And then the person who helps the black getaways get away is the one white guy. and he turns up in the movie for like 4 minutes, but his name is the first one that comes up at the start.
Oh my God, white man, you saved me from that situation.
So yes, in my understanding, it's about racism. They literally can't talk to me unless they're thinking about my race. They talk to me different. They act around me different. They treat me different. Could I just be treated normal? Could I just live my life without you telling me how to walk, how to talk, where to stand, and without you making my problems of my life your problems? I don't need you to come up here and try to rescue me because all your actions are based on my race. And that's basically racism. That is passive aggressive racism. And the crazy thing about this is that all these white people have this problem. They're racist no matter what. They're racist against you or they're racist to protect you because they make it all about themselves. Whoever's pain they need to use, at the end of the day, they take everybody's pain and problems and they make it about themselves. But it's not about them.
Sorry, it's not about you. White saviors aren't going to save us. In fact, white savior complex is a symptom of white supremacy. It's what was used to justify slavery, colonialism, and empire. Europeans didn't spend centuries pillaging the entire world for power and wealth. No. It was about rescuing billions of poor black and brown people from a living hell of heathen savagery by bringing them God, Queen, and cricket. The white savior complex is, well, it's complex because so often it's about privileged people trying to make themselves feel better and hopefully getting a few more followers on Instagram while they're at it about the very real problems that they created. And before you jump in to tell me, that wasn't me and that was hundreds of years ago, today's privileged white Westerners are still the beneficiary of all of the awful things that make life intolerable for everyone else, whether they were done 300 years ago or last Tuesday. Every time I fall. The white savior industrial complex is real, and it really isn't working. And it's black and brown people who will suffer first and worst from the environmental impacts of climate change. So there you have it. I'm not telling you to stop saving the world, but remember that God did not make you guardians of the planet. So if you do insist on being a savior, a little less colonial clout and a little more conscious consumption, and then we might have a chance.
Okay, that was a good statement. Yeah, I appreciate you.
They're giving out free burritos too, you know what I'm saying, nigga?
Does that mean, like, no white people are allowed?
I'm not saying anyone's not allowed anywhere. I'm saying that if you want to be an ally, you should know that some places don't require your...
Are you gonna get in there, though?
No.
Okay.
We're not police.
Morals versus ethics. Ever wondered what the real difference is between morals and ethics? Is there even a difference? In this video, we will quickly take a look at these concepts. What are morals? Morals refer to guiding principles that shape a person's ideas about right and wrong. They are often influenced by our environment, culture, and most importantly, our belief system. Morals provide the foundation for ethical systems, driving our desire to be good. Now, on the other side of the same coin, what are ethics? Ethics are specific rules and actions that dictate what is acceptable behavior within a particular group or setting. Unlike morals, which are more about personal beliefs, ethics are practical guidelines designed to ensure that everyone within a certain setting or community follows a consistent set of rules. So, what's the main difference? Morals are about personal guiding principles, while ethics are about practical rules of behavior. A moral person aims to do the right thing based on their beliefs, whereas an ethical code is a set of rules that people in certain professions or groups are expected to follow, regardless of personal beliefs. Overlaps and conflicts. It's important to note that what's ethical isn't always what's moral, and vice versa. For example, in the mafia, the code of omerta, or silence, is considered ethical within the organization, but is morally questionable, as it protects criminals from justice. Conversely, a lawyer who reveals their client's guilt might be acting morally to ensure justice, but is violating ethical rules of attorney-client privilege. To put it simply, think of the code of ethics for a particular profession, like for doctors and lawyers versus moral paradigms of the religious. That is all for today.
So yes, we see right through you. If every action you take is based upon my race, then you're racist. If the way you act changes because of me, if the way you talk to me changes, if you're the first one to react to something that's not about you, how about you do all of us a favor and don't help? By not helping and not getting involved, you're actually helping us more. It just seems like all the groups that are anti-racist are led by white people all the times. All the organizers and people that are directing everybody are always white people taking a problem that's not theirs. Why? Because they think they're better than us. And that is just racist as hell. Because that makes them believe that we're lesser. And they somehow need to be the God that comes in and saves us. So you know what? Don't help. Because at the end of the day, we could clearly see you're all just a bunch of racists.